So, hello everyone, beginning another beautiful session on understanding our own emotions. Can everyone please switch on their screens? I can just see all screens being shut. Guys, I am talking to you and I'm connecting to you. I like to speak to you and I like to connect to you. Please open up your screens. That makes our day, and that is how we feel being connected with each other. So good morning, everyone. Good morning, Geeta, Jaisal, Pooja, Pala. Jia, I'm sure your name is not Jia. So we are understanding emotions, and one thing which we do not realize is how our emotions are so contagious, right? Because we somewhere remain in our own world of emotions all the time. Isn't it that if I see a smile on Pala's face, it will suddenly make me feel like smiling. Or if Pala sees my smile, she will feel like giving a smile back to me. So, like, even if I'm smiling, Jason is giving me a smile back. Pala is giving me a smile back. So, I see people immediately reacting. Is it that you actually thought about it? That I must give a smile here? But how many times we actually fail miserably when we actually plan to give a smile, when we plan to act and demonstrate our emotions in a particular way? We fail miserably, very badly. You go for a movie, and suddenly, even if you have gone there in a very sad mood, very angry mood, and it's a nice movie with a lot of humor into it, you are laughing your hearts out. And even if you are a very logical person and you think like, what? How is this happening? This doesn't happen. Like, are you crazy? But you see everyone else laughing their heart out, and you don't realize when you also join the gang. And you are also laughing and laughing and laughing. Or if it is a very, very serious movie. And when something is happening on the screen, we all are very much aware that this is a story. This is not reality. It's a script written. Somebody is enacting on that. This is not my life story. Neither this is the life story of the actor or the actress who is playing that role. But in spite of that, we are also into tears. If we see a sad ending, we are in that zone for a long time. If it is the last show you have booked, you go home and you have sometimes a very, very heavy head. What is happening there? Your physiology is completely shifting, it is changing. Your logic knows that this is not truth, this is not reality. But in spite of that, emotionally, you feel the same thing what they have demonstrated. So the study shows that our neurons pick it up, and we pick up the emotions, and they trigger a part of us which gets triggered emotionally. And the entire process happens in a very subtle way, in a very unknowing way, not something that we plan, something that we intend, but it is beyond our control. Remember last time in the myths and the facts where we spoke about emotions, I said that no one can control their emotions. If you think you can control your emotions, it's a myth. If you say, I manage my emotions, it's a fact. It's about management of your emotions. It's not about controlling. And you all would have witnessed that in your life multiple times. You feel you are beyond the control of your emotions. And many times you think that you acted very well. You went and you showed that, oh, you are such a happy person. You fooled people. But if you have one friend, a genuine friend, that friend would come back and tell you, what is wrong? Is something bothering you? It's okay. It's okay not to be happy. It's okay to share. If you don't feel comfortable to share, that is also okay. Isn't it that how many of you have experienced that and then say yes? Yeah. And how many times you know when you are with someone and the person will demonstrate as if everything is fine, but you come back home little worried about them. You feel, I am really worried for this person. I don't think everything is how they were showing it. Something is wrong, something is bothering them. But, it's very unfortunate we cannot be part of it because they have not shared. I remember once I was in Bangalore. My son was participating in the Scrabble tournament there. So it was interstate Scrabble tournament in Bangalore. And Bangalore you have to travel long distances. And they have to play one after other, almost 8 to 9 games back to back, 1 hour. So obviously, there was no point to sit there. And he was still very, very young. I think probably he was at that point of time in seventh standard or something. And we were there, and I told him that my best friend stays in Bangalore. I said, can we go there? Me and Papa will go there and we will come back in the evening to pick you up. The lunch and all is being sponsored here. And he said, yeah, mom, you go. And then suddenly on the mobile, I received a message from him that, I've started getting headaches. And whether they get headaches, whether they are fine, whether they get fever, the game continues. This is a rule in the sports. Nothing will stop for you. Now I'm chit-chatting here with my best friend. I was so happy to be with her. And I realized that my son is not fine. Now the distance is 1.5 hours to go back. And it doesn't make sense for me to go back because even if I'll go back, he still has to go in the game and play the game. I'll not be able to do anything for him. And being a therapist, I had one other way to do it. I do a lot of proxy work. So I took his permission and I knew that I can start doing the B rounds for him. And I used to do it very often for him. That time he used to get this sinus, sometimes migraine attacks. And he will be going to the school and he will ask me, Mom, can you do something about it? I would never give him a medicine. There was no time for naturopathy. So I would believe me to be him and I would start doing the B rounds till I feel the headache has gone. And I would measure the headache. I would have just asked him, on the frequency of 0 to 10, how much is your headache? So I started doing this there. But now we are in middle of lunch. Now, suddenly, if I'm telling the entire group that, guys, I need to go, like everyone's mood will get spoiled. What I started doing is I have mastered the art of doing the B round so much that I can have a proper conversation with you and I can still do another conversation in my mental thing and I can work. So, under the table, I was doing the B rounds, and when I have to breathe, I will be like people may not even realize that I am giving a smile. And then, I would just be and we can do it on the knees as well. And I would be just in my mind thinking what is the first thought which is coming in my mind so that I can work because it's utmost important to identify the root cause of the problem. Then the problem goes like this. Physical body, when we get headache, it's all chemicals in the body. Chemicals have direct relations with our emotions. Anywhere emotionally we are stuck, it will immediately show physically. It will immediately have an impact on your energy body. So, my approach is always to identify the root cause, even if it takes longer. And neither my husband, who is sitting next to me, realized that I am doing that, nor my friend's husband or anyone, but my friend immediately identified that. And she calls me, Sangi. She said, Sangi, there's something bothering you. And I can see you are here, you are talking, but you are not here. Something is bothering. What has happened? Tell me. I said, no, I'm fine. She said, you can fool anyone, but not me. I know it. I said, Purav is unwell. So I am doing some procedure. And she knows that I was a healer. She said, but you don't need to act and be here for us. Why don't you just do it? I said, no. Because if I will do it, like everyone will suddenly stop having their conversation because everyone feels it's very rude to suddenly do that. And they all want to be part of it. I said, don't worry. You know me very well. And if I can manage both, I am doing it. If any point I feel I need complete concentration, I'll tell you guys that, guys, give me 5 minutes and I'll finish it. She said, okay. But she automatically stopped communicating with me so that I can better focus on me. The point being, there were two takeaways from this. I acted very well. My own husband couldn't identify that I am actually doing something. The other people couldn't understand that I'm actually doing something. But my friend could identify that. So, how much ever you want to shut it, and how much ever what you want to convey, people who are connected, there are people who will find it. And how you feel emotionally. Even if I didn't say anything and I pretended for everything to be okay, she was not the only one who identified. Suddenly, the conversation on the table also shifts. The energy has shifted. We were giggling and laughing few minutes before. Suddenly, it went to some very serious discussion. A healthy, serious discussion. It can be politics, it can be what's happening in the market, it can be anything. Because what I feel emotionally, it's an energy. I'm transmuting that energy. I am connected to my son's energy, who was having severe headaches and pain. Now, probably he was losing 2, 3 games, and his logical mindset is it doesn't matter to me. I don't play the games to win the game. I play the game because I enjoy. But it's a human psyche that it starts bothering you somewhere. So what's happening to him, as I'm connected, I'm picking that energy up. And that emotion I'm experiencing, the emotion I'm experiencing, it shifts my energy. My energy is moving out. And people who are around me, unknowingly connected to my aura, they pick up that energy. And it unknowingly also immediately shifts the entire reality. We do this all the time. None of us realize when we complain that why my house energy is always like this. Why is it in the office? It's always like that. Even if it is on a bigger picture, government, why things are happening. Even if we think that if I'm a single person who will change my energy, how is it going to change? It does change. It does change. Rather than focusing on what others' emotions are, always remember rule number 1, higher energy wins. It's always the higher energy which will win. which whoever will have the higher voltage, higher energy. And who can have a higher energy and higher voltage? Who is emotionally charged. There are emotions which are like when we say positive or negative. What I mean is they are not positive or negative, as we have already discussed that all emotions are good. But some emotions can create a positive outcome and some can impact negative outcome. Why? Because emotions are contagious. Is this a mask you are wearing to protect yourself? How you wear a mask when the COVID was on? Majority countries and the nation shut down. And isn't it a bigger contagious virus we all constantly go on spreading our own emotions without having any filter? When you spread flu, when you spread COVID, when you are spreading diseases, isn't it a biggest disease we are constantly spread without taking any accountability for the same? Isn't it my own moral responsibility and duty to make sure that when life is happening and I go through a turmoil and I experience an emotion of grief, sadness, it is absolutely fine to experience it. But to make sure that I don't remain in that anger, I don't remain in that sadness because it's not about me. I'm spreading that everywhere. If you still have a question and a doubt, experiment. Do one thing, choose one emotion and remain in that emotion for 1 week in your house. If you're choosing to be sad, remain sad and cry every day. And all your statements should be, my life is so bad. I don't know. मेरे ही साथ सब गलत क्यों होता है? This has happened. Karo, morning to night, just do that and see what happens to your house. Or even if someone else is doing that in your house, you remain in a very joyful and happy state. That's the energy you have consciously chosen to vibrate with. And see how it starts impacting the energy around. You become a magnet. Isn't it when we meet someone who is very positive, who is very vibrant, who is very happy? We like to spend time with them. We want to be with them. But someone who might be genuine, honest, they are speaking the truth, they genuinely have problems. But after 10th time, you just want to avoid it sometimes because you just feel then your day doesn't go well. This happens to us all the time. Emotions are very, very contagious. What are you spreading? When are you going to be ready to take your accountability for the same? And I'm not asking you to control your emotions. I'm simply asking you to manage your emotions and choosing to be in the higher energy. When you go in the sports, who wins the game? Who has the higher energy? Imagine there are two sports person. One has technically very, very sound, knows exactly how to play the right shot. For example, if it is cricket, badminton, anything, very sound, but physically very weak, doesn't have any energy. Another may not be technically so sound, but very high energy, high spirits, high physical energy. Whom do you think has a higher chance? Whether it is study, whether it is your job, whether it is your relationship. Even if in a relationship, if there are two people, one is high energy person, goes to office, come back, is vibrant. Let's go for a walk. Let's do this. Let's do that. Other is, but I'm so tired, but I can't do it. How can you even think about it? What will happen? The other person of the high energy also reduce. Gradually, if the other person, now both people are low energy, what's going to happen to that house? But if both people are high energy and they're like, oh, yeah, this is okay, we'll do it. Then we'll go for a massage. Let's do it. Higher energy always and always wins. And for you to be a winner in the life, higher energy simply means managing your emotions very well, choosing the emotions which will create the high energy field. And when after that you are spreading that emotions, you are creating an emotional and energy circle around you, because emotions are contagious. You will be with the like-minded people. You will automatically start attracting people who are also vibrating with high energy. And once you are surrounded by such people, automatically everything starts being in the flow. And then you don't have to get bothered about it. Right? Is there any question anyone has for the same? Or you guys have understood it? If there is any question, very soon we will be announcing it. By this weekend, we will be ending this series and we will be starting a new series. And we'll open up a poll with you, because whether you want a series only with the theta downloads, whether you want us to start a particular series of talks only, or meditations, we'll open up the poll, and majority, whatever votes will come, we'll start. So we had started with theta series and we have started with this emotion series. Next Thursday also, we are talking about emotions. So if there is anything in particular you guys want us to help you with, please reach out and let us know about it. Because otherwise, I think for this particular series of Thursday Thought Clinic that we had started with our particular talk, that this series we will be ending soon. So you guys have any questions here right now for today's topic? I don't understand, Geeta, when you say this. If you have, unmute.
No,
Yes.
yeah. 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 Hi, Sangeeta.
Hi.
Thank you so much. Yes, for every session is so enlightening. I can't tell you how much it has helped me. Thank you so
Thank you.
much. Thank you to
Thank
you,
you so
Richa,
much.
Team Cesta. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
But
Thank you.
when you say managed emotions, Sangeeta, what exactly do you mean? I just want a little more clarity on that. See, is it
Okay.
like accepting your emotion but not showing it? Is it that? See, now
No,
you
no.
know that.
No. Accepting and acknowledging emotion is the first step
Yes,
towards,
yes.
because once a majority time we are in a denial. If I'm feeling something, I have a notion that this is wrong to feel.
Okay.
It's wrong to feel sad. It's wrong to be angry. It's wrong to be envious. It's wrong to be. But actually, I'm feeling that.
Yes,
So,
yes.
number one is, let me accept the fact that, yeah, I am envious. Then I can find the solution, that why am I envious? What would make me feel? Because then probably like I want to reach higher on the pedestal there. And do I always want to reach higher on a pedestal by being envious, or by just setting my own goals? Then the clarity of one question line starts giving us the way, and the path is being found. Now, expressing emotion is at most important,
Hmm.
because when you don't express your emotions, that is what comes out in your relationship, in your career, in your health. Because otherwise, if your health issues have direct connection with your emotions, They are your suppressed emotions. They are your repressed emotions which are coming out in the form of a disease.
Yes. Yes.
So expressing it is very important. Now, managing emotion
Mm,
is
mm,
that in that reality, for example, I am feeling very, very sad. It's fine to feel sad. I felt sad. Probably I cried out.
mm,
And I even spoke about it. But if I realize that I'm not able to come out of the sadness, and now everyone around me also is, as I said, it's contagious, is
mm,
becoming sad. At
mm,
one point, you have to move on in life.
mm, mm.
So personally, I manage it by just simply start doing my B rounds.
Okay.
Although I'm sad, I'm not able to move on.
Mm,
I really do not know how is the sadness helping me. Why am
mm,
I still just, in spite of knowing that it's making everyone else sad and life has become completely, life is shut down? Why am I still doing that?
mm,
I still choose to deeply and completely love and accept myself. I still choose to deeply and completely
mm, mm,
heal and integrate
mm.
that part of
Right.
me.
Yes. Yes.
And when I do few rounds, probably when I'm breathing in, because breath is your connection to life.
Mm,
And this is my tapping, I'm shifting my molecular structure.
okay. Mm,
And what I'm saying is, I'm accepting. I have this emotion. I
mm,
still choose to deeply and completely love and accept.
mm,
I'm not
mm,
rejecting myself for being sad.
mm,
I'm not rejecting myself for being angry. I still love
mm,
that part of me.
mm,
Otherwise, we reject it. Now, my one energy is out when I reject the
mm,
angry me.
mm,
I'm incomplete, no? Because
mm,
angry me is also me. Sad me is also me.
mm,
Envious me is also me. That's making me human. मैं भगवान नहीं हूँ,
mm,
right?
mm,
So that's also me. So my wordings are still just to deeply and completely love and accept that part of me. Heal. I'm healing that part because that part
mm,
needs love, care, and healing. Heal and integrate that part of me. Now, I'm not able to do that because there is something happened in the past. I'm holding on to that emotion and fear
mm,
that if I will be fine tomorrow, maybe this will happen. And that memory is stored in my subconscious mind,
mm,
and that's why I need to connect. And that memory starts surfacing up. And then I do my round. Then that, then I do my round. And I'm still not being able to console, then I'm changing, it is changed.
mm,
Because I am now taking a step and saying, changing, it is changed. My past, present, and future. All realities of Sangeeta Shah, where Sangeeta Shah emotionally felt sad, I'm changing that reality now in my present. So this helps me to manage my emotion, and suddenly when I finish my rounds, I don't feel that sadness anymore. Now I want to be sad. I want to demonstrate. I'm addicted to it. But suddenly you're feeling so light. You're feeling so happy. You don't feel
mm,
it. You're feeling so, and you're like, अरे लेकिन उसने तो ये किया था. I mean, Geeta, you will not believe, but for years there were people who triggered me. And you just feel like, are you crazy? Like, what in the world makes you do certain things?
mm,
And from the time, I started doing B became my routine every day.
mm,
It's a practice. I don't do it occasionally.
mm,
It's like how I breathe, I do B.
mm,
I'm like, okay, the person is not under my control, but I want to manage my emotions. Because if I can't manage my emotions, I'm very vulnerable. And if I'm vulnerable,
mm,
people can attack me.
mm,
And that then story, whether it's karmic, non-karmic, it continues. I'm choosing what is the choice I'm making in this relationship. Okay, this is what I
mm,
want, how to create that.
mm,
For first thing, I have to manage my emotions, and B, I have to bring at a physical level the homeostasis. I have to be in balance. I can't remain vulnerable. So I actually sit, I start. There are times I just ask, what belief of mine is making me attract this situation, and creator guides in this belief. Where is this belief coming from? From here, here, here. Why am I choosing to hold on to this belief, God? For this reason. Why is this person choosing to act like this? इस मैंने कहीं तो कोई शुरुआत की होगी ना. मैंने बॉल मारा होगा तो रिवर्स वो बाउंस हो रहा है. मैंने वो शायद 2000 years के पहले मारा था, तो मुझे आज याद नहीं है. I don't remember 2000 years back I had thrown a ball on you. So I'm like, okay, what had happened then? Because I can, like, in few seconds, I can see my past lives. And I'm like, okay, that had happened. Then what had happened? Then what had happened? Then what had happened? How did it end? What was the belief I was holding on to? What did I carry forward? What was my learning? Okay, I integrated. Has it changed? So I go on like multiple. And then when I enter there, the relationship has changed. I'm not saying that life will stop giving new surprises to you. Because as a soul, you have come here to learn and evolve. So it's not that everything is happening as per your expectation. It's happening as it's meant to happen. But something new will come, and something new will give me clarity on one more unresolved part of me. How I manage it changes.
Yes.
And that is what we call emotional management. Once we learn emotional management, then we can operate from emotional balance. And then the final stage I want is emotional empowerment. That I'm empowered and I am spreading empowerment in people. That has to come from that clarity, because, and the clarity doesn't come from just knowledge, it comes from the wisdom. You have gone through it, you have understood it, your body cells know it. It comes from that place. So the opposite person can act whatever way, but it will stop impacting you.
Yes.
And I mean, you still move on, and there are times, that person changes, they either move out or their behavior changes, and you haven't forgotten that, oh, this used to be my reality. And I genuinely feel then at some point, I feel as if in one life, you are living multiple lifetimes. Because you don't have to die and start again new drama and new game. Your learning continues here in a very nice way. If you just simply decide that I choose to spend my life happily, and what is it that is going to remain with me? And Geeta, just imagine when we get old, like this is not today's subject, but just in the flow. What are the things which is going to remain with you?
Absolutely.
Everyone has a fear, I don't want to be dependent on someone. I want to be like this. But how you create, like, you are already dependent on someone. You like people loving you. You like people taking care of you. So your health will be your biggest asset. If physically off fit, if you right now don't give your body that time, your body also will show it. Your physical fitness is very must. Your physical fitness is impacted by your emotional fitness. So your emotional fitness is at most important. Emotionally, you have learned how to be happy with your own self. You're a satisfied soul. You're very happy with, how you are. And third thing, how you can manage relationships, how you can communicate with them. Because you might be with one person, you might be with other person. You do not know who will remain with you in this journey, who will not remain physically with you. But if you have learned to manage them, and that all happens when we have the foundation of, we have learned how to manage our own emotions well, and we are operating with that clarity. So like I personally spend a lot of time in that because I know that's what I will take with me when I die, like every lifetime, and that is what will make my old age nice, and that is what makes my present also better. Might as well start investing into it. Nothing else, money, awards, name, nothing. It gives me temporary happiness. Nothing else is going to come with me. If it is meant to happen, will come automatically. I'm not rejecting it. I'm happy. I'm a human. I love it. But I'm not focusing my energies.
Thank you. Thank you so much. You have given us such beautiful tools, Sangeeta, to handle emotions. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you so much. So we'll just do the few downloads. So would you all like to know how to manage your emotions through Creator's definition and perspective of the seventh plane of Creator of all that is? I know how to manage my emotions. It is safe, it is possible. I allow the wisdom my soul has acquired through multiple lifetimes to guide me. I allow my soul to be connected to my higher self, and I take in the guidance from my higher self. I know how to make the right choices in life. I know how to move beyond resentment, regrets, rejections, prejudices, grudges. I allow myself to hold on to the higher energy field. It is safe, it is possible, and I'm deserving of having high energy. I'm deserving of having the balanced emotional state. I allow the purpose of my life to be fulfilled with a lot of joy, satisfaction, and contentment. I allow myself to be in a state of bliss, and that is completely possible. I let go of the need in me to hold on to my ego, and I choose to learn from my own situations. I'm ready to move on and be in the flow with the flow of the universe and to establish and remain in this flow. I speak the language of joy. I communicate joy. I express joy. I articulate the feeling of joy into every cell, fiber, tissue, molecule of your body, every area of your life, at all the four level of your belief, for each one's highest and best, the highest and best possible way for each one now. Creator of all that is, it is commanded to download and instill these feelings into everyone who says yes now and later while watching the video, in the language that that mind understands and can comprehend, for each one's highest and best, and the highest and best possible way for each one, without inviting and attracting and creating any trauma in their lives. Thank you, it is done, it is done, it is done. Creator, show me. Please say yes to receive the feelings. Passing unconditional love, light, and healing to everyone. You all can open your eyes. Thank you, everyone, for joining. Have a wonderful, wonderful week. Being emotionally balanced. Anytime you go in a lower energy, remember emotions are contagious. You are spreading that virus, that bacteria. Take accountability of what you are spreading, what world you are creating internally and externally. Make your own life beautiful and make the lives of others also very, very beautiful. We'll see you all next Thursday. Thank you.